Are you serious?
Yeah, I've never played Guess the Mind Reader in a chip shop.
Communication is a tiny penis. They are mean little bitches. That's my point.
And they change the way your pee smells.
Thank you for coming to our TED Talk.
You do look a little bit grey.
Jimmy says I look like off chicken.
I don't mean to embarrass you,
But Karma is going to eat that bitch up.
You're through to 1-800-DRAMA,
The show where you share your biggest dilemmas.
and we help you navigate them.
I'm Shaaba.
And I'm Jamie.
Come join us as we help people figure out if they are the drama.
Because sometimes you just need an outside perspective.
And we can all expand our own mindsets along the way.
Wait, am I the drama?
It's the crazy
Ex-girlfriend.
ex-girlfriend.
Red flag, green flag, Shaaba.
Hit me.
Looking up your ex on social media when you're in a new relationship. And this one was from a peach. Thank you very much, Buntina35.
Buntina, what a cute
Buntina.
name. I love it. It's giving me Bob's Burgers vibes. One of
Yeah.
my favourite shows. I think it's totally fine. And I think Tina would do this too.
I think Tina would do this too. I'll beige flag it because it's one of those really context dependent things.
Of course, it's always context dependent. I'm assuming that this isn't like you're stalking them. You're like looking them up obsessively. You're looking them up because you're yearning for them in any other way.
That's
if it's just
red
like,
flag.
I had an ex who blocked me once.
Yeah.
And years later, I noticed that they were on my socials again because I was like, oh, they must have unblocked me. Of course, I totally took a look.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't?
In the cookery book.
Yeah, didn't make me feel anything. But you're right, it is context dependent. If it's
Yeah.
like making you feel some kind of way.
I red flagged obsessive looking a lot. I green flagged just to check in years later when you're past your feelings. You know, I wonder what so-and-so is doing.
I mean, that is a relatively dramatic one, but I was going to ask you, so what's the drama? Your personal drama? Have you been looking up any exes online?
I have not, no, but I have launched a brand new, spanking brand new channel.
You have a brand new, spanking brand new channel.
Yeah, straight out the cellophane. So if you want to go check it out, you can.
You
Woo.
totally should. I'm so proud of you, my love. It's
Thank you.
been a long time in the making.
It has.
I'm happy that you're making this move for you. It feels really, really healthy.
Thank you. And healthy like broccoli.
Like broccoli, indeed. If you want to check out Jamie's broccoli channel, because that's absolutely the only thing he talks about on there, we've actually collabed with it here. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can go take a look just underneath this video.
Thank you.
If you're also looking for someone else to look at, I've only gone and released the Ouija music video. It's our second music video. I'm spoiling you after the weird one.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a weird music video. The song is called Weird, for those of you who don't know.
It is also a weird music video, but in the best way.
But this one's Ouija that we're talking about.
Yes.
It's just been Halloween. I hope you had a wonderful jalapeno. Why are you laughing at my jalapeno?
A hallowed peen.
The Ouija video is jalapeno vibes, so go check it out if you haven't already. I'm so proud of it. I'm so proud of everyone involved. I always love the little blooper sections at the end too. I hope you enjoy it as much. Well, not as much as I did, but you know, I hope you enjoy it. I also re-topped up my hair, by the way. All right, Jamie, are you ready to go fishing? For
Drama.
us? Let's go. Ooh, drama.
Am I the drama, Shaaba?
Always.
For telling this guy I'm seeing that he didn't finish pleasing me.
Oh.
Spicy.
I
little
mean-
chili flakes.
It's a spicy topic, but it should be a spicy thing to mention.
No, oh no, that's not what I meant.
Yeah, I know. I'm intrigued. It's obviously not going to be taken that way by a lot of people, though. And I think, like, societal expectations would condemn this to be spicy in all manners of
No,
dimension.
you say it.
You say it.
You say it.
You say
I've
it.
already done a verdict in the title, but we shall read on.
Let's see if Jamie's bad sticks. Can we also just point out that today's podcast episode is number 69, and I just think that's goddamn fate. This is meant to be.
Of course it is. That makes so much sense now. The stars aligned.
They did. All right, OP says, I have been casually seeing this guy for about a month, and it's been decent.
Decent.
Fair enough, it's a good word. The fun times is really great, but he hasn't finished me off once yet. However, at one point he did make a comment which made me think that he thought he did.
It's been a month.
What do you mean by that?
Been a month and what, it's not happened yet?
I guess it depends on frequency.
Yeah, I mean, if it's like twice, sure, fine. But if we're going like every few days,
I'm
then
with you.
perhaps something should have happened by now.
Call a meeting. Stick it on the agenda. You deserve to be heard.
Yeah.
The last time, OP says, that I was at his place, we were messing around, and after he finished, I tried to explain to him that I still wanted to continue. His response was something like, still, I have to get going soon.
Oh,
Do you know what that's
because
giving me the
he's
vibes
all
of?
good.
You know that scene at the beginning of Bridesmaids?
Yeah.
And when he's like, sling your rook.
Yeah.
And she gets stuck on that gate.
I don't want to sound rude, but get lost, basically.
Yeah, that is the vibe that it's giving me.
Yeah.
Which was fine, says OP, but I feel that he's just not realising that I'm not being fully satisfied. So I responded, okay, I guess I'll just go home and finish myself.
Sure. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you?
Own it, babe. I said it in a joking tone, but I think it may have hurt him a bit. How do we feel about that?
Cis straight men.
I feel like communication is hot. Communication is sexy, right?
Yeah.
I don't understand why it would be a problem to say, you didn't get the job done, sweet. You're still on shift, my man.
Exactly. I mean, OP had communicated, I am not as satisfied as you are in this exchange right now. So can we keep going? And he's gone, no. So OP's gone,
And she
I'll
didn't
do it myself.
Yeah,
and
she
now
didn't
he's
go, I'm
pulling a
forcing
strop.
you.
Like,
Well, we don't know if he's pulling a
okay,
strop.
fine.
But he's clearly indicated to you, like you feel like you've hurt him. So
Yeah.
I'm assuming he's suggested to you that he has been hurt for you to come to that conclusion. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway, there's definitely foreplay from both of us and he's making an effort, but it's not enough. I feel that both people should be fully satisfied during fun times.
yeah.
But now it seems a bit awkward between us since that morning. Is he being inconsiderate or does he actually not realise that I haven't finished? Was what I said rude or hurtful? I hope he finishes off by saying, I didn't mean to hurt him.
Finishes off. Hey,
But a big O would be nice to have too, lol. So is OP the drama?
No.
I don't think you're the drama, babe.
Not at
I really
all.
don't think you're the drama at all.
I do think this is quite a
Do you think it's a cishet
cishet
trope?
problem. And I'm sorry, I just think there's a lot of cishet guys. Not all.
I was going to say, I do think
But-
we need to clarify, but
Yeah.
by saying that, it's one of those things where not all animals are dogs, but all dogs are animals. So not all cishet people are this rigid and old-fashioned when it comes to...
And unwilling to reciprocate.
But when it does happen, you typically see it in straight relationships.
It's most common.
I think it's because there's a sense of complacency. There's a sense of like, well, I've not needed to have things like freedom or exploration.
I feel like a big bit of it is a lot of these like cis straight men just not caring enough.
I think it's coming from like misogyny, like a sense of service.
You know, my needs are done, so therefore we're all good.
Sling your hook.
There's plenty of cis straight guys who are amazing and wonderful and very attentive, but there's a lot that aren't. And you are right, you're more likely to find this kind of behaviour among cis straight men.
I think you probably see it more too because you cover these topics a lot more on the Jamie Dodger channel.
Yes, like the straights not being okay.
Right.
It is a thing.
Wait, I wish it was less of a thing. I wish it was less of a thing to have to call this stuff out and to feel like, oh no, is this a bad thing? Do you know what I mean? Like if you're hungry, you want an apple. What's the stigma in being like, hey, can I have that apple?
Yeah.
Like, why is there a difference?
Especially if you're already doing things with the person you're seeing or like having fun with or whatever your situation is, there should never be any stigma in being like, you've had yours, where's mine?
Mama's gotta
me.
eat too.
It's very sad that OP feels like this and has even thought that this is something that deserves them possibly being the drama in this situation.
You know what? I think that's a really big distinction as well. It's not sad at all that you are feeling this because without communication, how's someone going to know? But it's sad that you feel so awkward about bringing it up.
Reverse the roles. Imagine a cis straight man coming on to a Reddit forum and being like, I feel like I've really hurt the woman I'm dating. Like, imagine that role reversal and then I don't know. I'm not saying it never happens, but I think it's very rare.
But definitely OP is not the drama. We need good communication. We
Yeah.
need like just confidence, I think,
Yeah.
in yourself and in a relationship. I totally get it as well. It's a month. It is only a month. I know you were like, oh, it's been a month. But in the grand scheme of
A month
things,
turns into 10 years.
you mean, yeah,
Yeah.
it can do if you don't speak the frick up.
If he doesn't care enough in the first month, what makes you think he's going to care after 2 years?
Yeah. Do you know what OP needs?
What?
Cheeks.
Oh, the site you showed me.
Yeah, I partnered with them a few months ago and we got some really great feedback from the 18 plus peaches. So it feels good to have them back sponsoring today's episode. Thank you.
So why don't you give us a quick reminder of what Cheeks is all about?
Sure thing. So Cheeks is a sexual wellness platform and they've got 3 super cool offerings. They've got a library of intimate films, they've got an immersive audio library, and they have the Pleasure Academy.
Ooh.
It's like university, but not.
Yeah.
It's a lot more fun.
The ethical corn.
The ethical corn, baby. Eat it up.
Delicious. Seriously though, as an LGBT plus person, I just think it's so refreshing how diverse and inclusive Cheeks are.
For sure, their racial and queer diversity is top tier.
The toppest of tiers.
And I love the fact that it's not all like made for the male gaze.
Oh yeah, that's so important.
We're here for the realism. We're here for the openness. We're here for the confidence, which OP could really use.
Absolutely. And self-awareness is great, but it can really be daunting.
It can, which is why having different formats like video versus audio can be so useful because you can consume in a way that feels right for you, you know?
Absolutely. I also love that they have a filter as well, so you can explore just the categories you feel comfortable with because you do not want any surprises whilst in that mood.
Well,
Nasty surprises.
you don't want to get triggered,
Yeah,
right? It's
for
nice
sure.
that there's a platform out there that's thought of all of these things.
I agree. And I definitely think if OP follows through with that, I'm just going to go home and finish myself, which she absolutely should, then Cheeks would come in very handy.
She shouldn't have to though,
No.
right? And Cheeks could come into handy with that too, because
Yes.
that's totally something that you could do together. The masterclasses, confidence. This is what I'm saying. Like, I'm sad for OP that they think that they need to be in a place where they're asking, whether they're the drama. Try saying that 3 times really fast.
Whether they're the drama, whether they're the drama, whether they're the drama. No, I do hear you, but I also think there is nothing wrong with being like, I'm going to go deal with myself.
Totally, yeah. If you're just done with that moment, you want a little switch gear.
Little alone time.
It's not a problem.
For sure.
Before we move on though, if you peach listening to this episode, want to try out Cheeks for yourself, you can use our code DRAMA for 7 days of free unlimited access when you select the yearly plan. And just know that you can cancel any time during that trial period, so there is no drama here at all. You just need to head to getcheeks.com, which is getcheeks.com, or you can get your little fuzzy butts downstairs and click the link in the description box.
Ooh, fuzzy butts.
That's my peaches.
And what's that free trial of?
Of everything. The whole spicy nooks and crannies, the entire platform.
All the nooks and crannies.
All the nooks and crannies.
I love the nooks and crannies.
They're great, aren't they?
Yeah. All right, shall we see what other people have to say to OP?
Let's do it. So, if anyone calls OP the drama, I'm going to be mad.
You are going to be mad.
Can I just confirm that OP is definitely a woman? Like, we read it. I know.
No.
I just need to, like...
sorry. OP is definitely a woman. OP, this is not...
James, like, I have never felt the need to bet my entire life's worth on anything more
OP,
than this being a cis-het relationship.
Yeah.
Not the drama.
It's imperative.
In bold.
Imperative. You voice your sexual needs.
100%.
But you do need to communicate them to your partner.
Also this, no, seriously, because, like, whilst it annoys me that situations like this exist, do you know what annoys me equally as much, I would say? When people are like, oh, but they should just know.
Yeah.
Why? We are not mind readers.
Yeah.
Well, most of us are not mind readers.
I hope nobody's a mind reader. That feels very weird.
Do you not think it though? Like, sometimes, you know, when, like, you're in a chippy or whatever and somebody coughs and you're like, I bet you did that because you heard me. And then your head you'd be like, if you can hear me saying this thought, then you'll cough again, and they cough again, and you're like...
No, I've never done that.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I've never played Guess the Mind Reader in a chip shop.
Am I alone? You
Just
know how everyone,
because-
like, farts, everyone picks their nose. I just thought it was one of those things that everyone does but never says anything about.
Just because I don't do it doesn't mean other people... I could be in the minority.
Yeah, I think you are.
And let's see.
I hope you are.
Anyway...
My point is, communicate.
Yeah.
Communication is...
Key.
Thank you.
I was going to be like, tiny penis.
Communication is a tiny penis.
I do feel like OP did say that they said, I'm not satisfied right now.
Oh yeah, I wasn't saying that about OP. I
Yeah.
was just saying, like, generally it annoys me when people are like, I shouldn't have to say something.
Yeah.
You should just know. Why should someone just know what you want, what your body responds to? It's stupid.
I hear you. The commenter continues. If your needs still aren't being met after communicating, you may just not be sexually compatible.
Which is also a thing.
true.
Yeah, and not just in the
Yeah.
world of needs being met, but also in the worlds of kink or
Yeah.
just styles or frequency.
Styles.
Italic. Yeah, some Comic Sans action in there.
That's fonts. My head went to, like,
Bold.
calligraphy. Okie dokie.
Papyrus.
Moving on.
I'm in a weird mood, I'm sorry.
Not the drama.
No, it's not the bad. There's no drama.
No drama here.
In the event that he genuinely hasn't realised he's not getting the job done, both people finishing should be the minimum expectation, and if he's not pleasing you, then he needs to know. I do understand where this badge is coming from if he genuinely hasn't realised, but I'm seeing this as he has realised because Opie's getting the vibe that he's hurt.
Yeah, and also said, I got the vibe once that he thought he did. But surely, if you've been going at it for a month and you haven't just done it once or twice in the month, which typically...
Going at it's just a weird phrase, that's why I was laughing.
Sure, but, like, typically people who've just met and are becoming sexual with each other would do it more than twice in a month.
It's also, like, the time to get to know each other, to understand each other's preferences, to have those conversations. Like, if you don't do it now, when are you going to do it? In 10 years' time, as you said, when it does become really awkward?
I'm just wondering how he hasn't realised.
We were at the Be Creator Awards recently, and there was such a fantastic stage opportunity to talk about things like the O gap. There are very different standards, double standards that we're just not here for anymore.
Yeah, for sure.
I love those conversations. I think it's important, and I think that OP should understand that there's a big force out there of people who are very much on OP's side.
Yeah.
Not the Dramusha.
Not the Dramusha. Okie dokie. Not communicating your needs would simply be setting you guys up for more trouble in the future.
Right.
Be Be honest but nice about your needs. If he doesn't care enough to try to meet them, that may be a warning sign.
Yes, this too. I do think just as valuable as you communicating is understanding how someone responds.
That's what I said.
Because that can be a massive red flag.
If he doesn't care enough in 1 month, he's not going to care enough in 2 years.
Yeah. And I do just want to point out, I do think we need to detangle this sense of stigma from care, because I totally understand, especially in the society that we are in now, why someone like OP's partner may feel embarrassed.
Yeah.
I do also think it would be your job, quote unquote, as OP, to be like, not that you need to be embarrassed, because we live in this society, right? To be like, isn't it cool that we can have these conversations? Just know that, like, I'm not judging you. I'm just telling you how it is, babe.
Sure.
Come back. We got work to do.
Yeah.
It's hard. And OP's actually responded to this one, said, very true. I'm definitely taking this into consideration if things go further.
If things go further.
The big if.
The big if.
No drama here.
Oh, there needs to be a little bit more verbal communication. Honestly, he is probably embarrassed, but he will get over it.
Right.
Try and be a bit more vocal about the things that you like.
I like this comment, and I like the vibes of these comments, which seems to be really supportive. I'm not gonna lie, I was expecting there to be like, don't you say anything. I don't know why.
I'm okay with this comment. I agree that if it's only been verbalized once, then give it more of a chance. Give him more of a chance. Yes, he was probably embarrassed, but I don't know. I always just question why in a situation where OP hadn't done anything wrong and had every right to speak out, why was it OP that felt like they were the one that now has done something wrong and needs to apologize and it's like, oh my gosh, have I been rude and not nice?
I hear what you're saying, and if OP's partner has made them feel that way, then obviously that partner needs to take accountability.
My head is like
it's
pinging.
Interesting. In my mind, I'm seeing it as a societal thing that's led it to be that way, like not an OP's relationship thing. But I do agree that there does need to be more verbal communication, because even if OP is going, I think he felt embarrassed by it. Like, we'll have that conversation then.
Yeah.
Find out for sure. Is he hurt or is he not? You should know. And if you don't, it just means that you need to talk more. And that's a wonderful thing, right? It's a fun thing to do. It's getting to know each other and strengthening your relationship.
And if somebody isn't capable of that communication yet,
stick them in the bin.
Yes, definitely.
Drop them like a hot shit.
You know, if you did that to a hot shit, it would go all over you.
Over you, not me. I'm flicking away.
It would explode. All right, are you ready to go back into the pond for some more fishing?
Let's do it. Let's find ourselves an asshole. Drama. Am I the drama for not helping my girlfriend during her period?
Yeah.
Jamie's like, that's it, it's done.
What are you doing?
Move on, mate. We don't need to hear a story.
That woman deserves snacks, a hot water bottle, painkillers, liquids, and a cuddle, and her favourite TV show.
Liquids is such a weird word.
Well, I didn't know what people drink. Water, fizzy drink, hot tea.
An IV drip. Get those liquids in you.
I was trying to be nice.
Says Dr. Dodger. No, definitely, this is a wonderful trans privilege, this relationship.
I got you, babe.
I'm so grateful. And a good point to mention, not every woman has a period, and not all people who have periods are women.
Yeah.
It's just facts. It's just how it is.
OP says, my girlfriend is very sweet usually, and we have a good relationship.
Is this like, she's crabby on her period?
I feel like that. We don't live together, we're only 18, so I don't always see her when she is having a bad period. Sometimes her periods get very painful. When I'm around her when this happens, she gets very grumpy, but this time was worse.
I'm assuming, again with the other one, there's no gender, but like this is a cis-het couple, right?
Sounds like it.
I understand and I can relate. And I think especially if like OP's girlfriend has something like endo or PCOS, my God, can periods hurt. It's very annoying. I can also be very grumpy. And I think it's really important, like we don't really understand just how powerful hormones are.
Yeah.
The effects that they can have on you, causing you to not be able to eat for like half a year, to spots, to crying, to productivity. Oh my God.
Yeah.
The hormone levels, we don't know enough about them. We need to do significantly more research, and we shouldn't underestimate their effect. They are mean little bitches. That's my point.
And they change the way your pee smells.
Thank you for coming to our TED Talk.
Her mum was away from home for a couple days and she was having a very painful period. She asked me to come over to her house to take care of her and that she didn't want to be alone. I went over. She was pretty rude that evening/night. Some things she did were not that bad, but they add up.
Okay.
She never said please or thank you.
We've got a list. Okay,
we
all right.
have a list.
Let's determine if this is like objectively, you know what, this is period excusable, or no, this is out of order.
She never said please or thank you no matter what, even when she had me go out to buy ice cream at midnight or after I made her dinner or whenever I would bring her something.
Oh, well, okay. On the grand scheme of things, I'm going to put this as excusable but just. Manners don't cost a thing. She absolutely can be saying please and thank you, but at the same time, considering that she's going through pain, I get it. I wouldn't hold this against my partner.
I wouldn't. Yeah. It's not even something that crosses my mind. So an example I think of about the please and thank you thing is sometimes sometimes your period gives you like a bad tummy and you're
I,
not
by the way,
feeling well.
have PCOS, just in case people don't know. I've spoken about it online a fair amount, and like my periods can get really bad. They're a lot more regulated now, but oh my goodness, the level of like irregularity, and it felt, do you remember, for like a year, and this wasn't too long ago, every month there was a new symptom that I'd not experienced in my life. It was so annoying.
Yeah. So sometimes you get really bad like stomach things.
You mean like the poopies?
Yeah, and you're like, you'll need a fan and some ice cubes.
I saw my mum go through this, and it happened to me too. Like, truly, if I don't have like cold air on me, we're laughing because like
I'm laughing
there are moments of
the
awkwardness.
poopies.
But like legit, I will faint. It's so bad.
Yeah.
Like I just feel so incompetent. No, truly, like when it happens, because I'm like, well, what if I don't have a Jamie in the house even temporarily? Like, that's bad. Like, the cat's gonna be like, the wrong with that? They're not going to bring me ice cubes and a fan.
What my point was with this is the please and thank you thing.
Sure.
When you are in that state, you are in no fit state to like be communicating in your regular style. You are in survival mode to just be like, I just need to get through this.
I genuinely feel like I'm going to die. My skin is looking grey. I am not well.
You do look a little bit grey.
Jamie says I look like off chicken. You know when like chicken goes a bit of a funny colour, like it starts to drain?
I will bring you things.
Yeah.
You don't say please. You don't say thank you in the moment, because guess what? You feel like shit, and it's okay. It's okay for people to be vulnerable and not be able to communicate in a regular way. There's a difference between not saying thank you and you bringing something they've asked for and then them throwing it at you. That's not okay.
Yeah, I see it as like friendships and dynamics. Sometimes you give, sometimes you take, and sometimes you're in a state of taking a lot, you're not in a position to give, and that's fine. We move.
So this is excusable.
This one at the minute, that's what I'm saying. It is excusable.
If you are feeling so unwell, you don't want to be on your own dealing with your period, I am gonna guess that the state of mind is not fantastic in terms of like functioning.
Yes, however, I will also say, and maybe this is again like societal pressures of me being like, oh, praise the 18-year-old boy, but like he's not what you would expect to be super mature. The fact that he's come here to look after his girlfriend, going out at midnight to buy ice cream, making dinner, bringing her things, like that is a really kind thing to do. And from this post as well, I'm not getting vibes yet he's entitled.
No.
Do you know what I'm saying? So like, I don't know, like I also think within that time you can be kind, and it is context dependent, isn't it?
Yeah.
What are the other things
on
the
the next
list?
one? She asked me to bring her something to her while she was in the bath. When I did, I told her she looked really beautiful. She said, how the does that help me?
That is mean. That is mean, but...
Yeah, that's a bit rude.
I mean, like, just those two things, I get it. If she was going through particularly bad cramps and is like, mate, I just needed an ice cube. Please kindly leave me alone.
Like videos you see sometimes. I used to watch the One Born Every Minute, where it's like real life maternity ward.
Yeah.
And these guys would just be like, you're doing so good. And she's like there going, ah. And she's just like, f off right now. I kind of get it. But no,
it's not nice to be on the receiving end, but you can excuse it knowing that someone, as you said, is not themselves. You're not yourself when you're hungry.
When you're on your period.
Gets nuts. Next on the list.
She said the dinner I made tasted shitty. Not saying she has to like it, but still, she still decided to eat it.
That's mean.
No,
mean. Come on.
No,
seriously, like these three together, I see what OP's saying. Individually, all right, you can excuse it, but together, like that's just hurtful. Yeah. Why would you do that? This person, regardless of their gender, has come all the way from wherever it is that they are to look after you.
Yeah.
They're getting you ice cream. They're making you dinner. You eat the dinner, but you're like, tastes like shit. But like, why? Just keep it to yourself.
Yeah. I could kind of get the other two in like the heat of the moment, but if you're eating something, why are you saying that?
You haven't got something nice to say? Don't say anything at all. Yeah. I get it. You don't need to say nice things, but you don't need to say shitty things either.
She asked me to come keep her company while she was in the bath as she was lonely. I started talking to her and she said, shut up. She wanted quiet and no talking, which is fine. She just wanted me to hold her hand. This one, you have done.
Yeah. No, I get it. To be like,
and I've done as well.
Yeah. Like, and do you know, for me, it's like it is that moment, like when my period hurt gets so bad and I'm like stuck on the toilet, feeling like I'm gonna faint. Do you know who the kindest little beings are alongside you? The cats. And
they just come and sit with you.
So bad because I have these two little fluffy sharks circling around my legs. They're like purring. They're going. but I am so hot and I feel like I'm gonna die, and the way that I speak to them is not kind. I'm like, will you go away?
I have heard you tell Apollo in particular to go away.
Because he's just so persistent and he wants
Yeah.
to go on my lap, and I'm like, no, babe, now's not the right time. I can't be having a domestic with a cat when light is leaving my eyes. I do, just for the camera, for the record, I do upwards go and cuddle him, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I love you. But in the moment, you can be a bitch. It's just the reality. We like oversharing in this podcast episode.
But there have been scenarios where both of us have not been feeling well.
Yeah, yeah, you get anxiety poops.
Thank you, I do.
Hey, look, everybody
And
poops. I'm
if
not embarrassed.
you keep being like, you okay? Can I get you anything? You okay?
And he'd be
You
like,
okay?
I want quiet.
And then at some point I will just be like,
Go away.
leave me alone.
I don't want you to see me like this.
Yeah, I'm having private time. So that one,
And it's more
Like,
excusable.
yeah.
And to me, it's the tasted shitty one.
Yeah.
That's the one that's like really bugging me right now. But the rest, I'd be like, all right.
she asked me to cuddle her in bed, so I did. When she let out a moan in pain, I told her, I'm sorry that sounded painful, everything will be okay. And she said, don't downplay my pain if you don't have a vagina.
Oh, he's trying.
Really trying.
Oh, I feel bad. I feel like the jury's still out. I'm not one way or the other.
I think there needs to be a communication about how she needs support during this time when she's not in the moment. Because all these things to me sound like she needs somebody physically present who's there, but she
doesn't wanna
struggles to
talk.
communicate.
Yeah.
And
She's wanting a body double. I also think maybe she doesn't know what she wants as well,
She-
which in that moment is so true. And it's certainly true of me. I can be like really feisty and sometimes mean and like push people away that, when we're arguing or whatever, when all I really want is a hug. And it can be hard because I think in this instance, it's because you know that what you do want is not achievable. And in this situation, it's not having that pain.
yeah.
So you're
Yeah.
deflecting. You're taking it out on other people.
Yeah, which isn't okay.
No.
It does require a conversation when you're not in this position, though.
Is there
sure.
more to the list?
There is. She asked me to do some things
Mm-hmm.
with her of that type because she was in a certain mood and she thought that would help with the pain.
It is true.
Which it does.
If you have
yeah.
severe period pain or even things like migraines, it's literal like doctor's advice that orgasms really truly help.
When I was done, I asked her for a reciprocal thing and she said, ew, no, I'm the one being taken care of here.
I mean, like, I
She
get it.
sounds really sassy.
I get it, but like, there's a nicer way to say things like that.
Yeah, not saying she had to, but she didn't have to say ew. She then,
Right, it's the ew that I have a problem with, not the no, the ew.
She then said she should have just used her fingers so she wouldn't have to deal with my wanting reciprocated stuff and that it would have felt better anyway. Okay, she's got
that
like
is
a...
mean. Like, that is
mean.
that-
It's like the shitty.
Yeah, I feel like they're saying something because you can't avoid it because it's too much effort to do the right thing.
Yeah,
but
like
then when
saying,
you're
"Shut
doing
up."
things like that and saying things like that, like, I shouldn't have asked you, it would have felt better if I did it myself anyway.
Yeah.
The effort that it takes you to do that, I feel like makes that something that you're now doing to intentionally hurt.
I do agree.
Do you get what I'm saying?
I will say, if I were the partner in this situation, never would I ask for something reciprocal because, like, it's been asked for a specific purpose to help. She's clearly not in the mood, my dude. No,
My guy.
Like, read the
Know
room.
your role.
So I think her response was way harsher than it ever needed to be and was rude and went over that line.
But you understand why it put
However,
her in a shitty
I
mood.
can see why she would snap back because what she probably meant is, I needed this for a specific reason.
Yeah.
Thanks for helping me out, but I'm not in the mood to help you with yours
You
because
see-
that's not what this is right now.
I hear you. And if that was its point on its own, if that was the only thing that was said or
Yeah.
done, I would totally be like, why are you
Yeah.
having a go at her? But with all of these other things, it's painting
There's
a
a
picture
pattern of
that
unnecessary
she is being
rudeness.
unnecessarily rude.
Yeah.
I get it. You can be in pain, but just because you're in pain doesn't mean you need to inflict pain on other
Yeah.
people. Just like when we say, like neurodivergency is an excuse to be a shitty person or an
Mm-hmm.
abusive partner or a manipulative partner, which is true. We also need to bear that in mind that just because you're feeling hurt doesn't mean that you can disrespect other people.
Yeah.
And it's excusable to an extent, but that's what we're here to discuss.
Yeah.
I'm just being honest, like, it's not necessary.
She said multiple times her mum does a way better job at taking care of her.
Again,
that just feels
that's
like
just
it was
mean.
said to be mean. It could be factually true.
Yeah, well, I
However,
mean, someone who lives with you, it makes sense.
When you're 18 and you're still living with your parents, your mum's probably going to know your needs better than a partner, but didn't need to be said.
No.
She asked me to play a song on my phone. I couldn't find the song because I heard her say the song name wrong. She let out a big sigh and said moron. I'm laughing. It's really rude. I am laughing.
No,
but
I understand. And as I'm saying, these things individually, it's excusable. We've all been there. We've all done that.
The reason why I'm laughing is because it's giving me the slight vibes of your like ADHD rage moments where you're like hyper focused on something and I break that and you're just like, like, because it's something that I totally understand in you.
I think though, you're relating it to me like ADHD. I don't think that there will be a single couple out there, unless they've only been together for like a day, that haven't seen this side of them. We're not always lovely fluffy bunnies all of the time.
Yeah.
She rolled her eyes at me multiple times. There's another one.
Yeah, when I was pouring her dog some food, she told her dog, "You're lucky he didn't make the food himself."
See, it's those ones. It's the ones where you're putting in extra effort to be a dick. That is not needed.
Every night, whether we are together or apart, we've always told each other good night and I love you. When she said she's going to sleep, I said good night, I love you, and she said I'm trying to sleep. Oh, she's in a bad mood and she's taking it out on you in some ways that are excusable and multiple ways that are just not fair. In the morning, I told her I didn't like how she was treating me and that it hurt my feelings. She said I have to deal with her and take care of her while she's on her period. She said I was making her pain about me. The period was still bad that day and she wanted me to take care of her again. I went home saying I won't take care of her again unless she apologizes and treats me better.
Ooh.
She now says I left her all alone in pain and I'm being a bad boyfriend.
Oh, interesting. I'm getting the vibe, again, just from the post, you know, being like, I told her I didn't like how she was treating me the next day.
Yeah.
I said that it hurt my feelings. Like, that's really healthy communication. Yeah. It's not being like, you're a bitch. How dare you do that?
Yeah, and then storming
How
off.
Inexcusable. You know, it's like, I get it. Like, he waited and he's like, I'm just letting you know that you hurt my feelings with some of the things that you said. And I, too, would be saying the same thing. Especially with things like the dog comment.
Yeah.
And, like, being called a moron. Like, you don't need to be mean. It's really interesting that you like point out things like my ADHD rage moments. For me, it's your anxiety moments.
Yeah.
But it's always when we're like not in our reasonable state of mind, right? That people do act in ways that they're feeling insecure.
Yeah.
That's all it is. And one of my go-to phrases is, remember, I'm your friend right now.
Yeah.
I'm not the one that you're upset about. I'm here to help, you know? Yeah. And it's fine. Like
it's a very good phrase to diffuse
reminder too,
my brain.
When, you know, I'm being ADHD ragey. But it's okay to feel that way, to feel hurt and to say that. And I think if someone responds negatively to that and is like, no, you need to look after me, that's just not being kind.
Yeah.
Though I'm struggling too because OP's also said that she was still feeling pain the next day.
And whilst I totally agree that she has said some things that are out of line and not nice, and totally it was reasonable for OP to be like, you've hurt me, and the response should have been a conversation rather than a just I will say it's difficult to ignore a line of saying she said I was making her pain about me, and like we're only getting one side of the story, which is what we only ever get in this situation.
And there are three sides to every story, yours, theirs, and the truth. And that's important to remember. It's not to invalidate anybody's truth, but to realise that we will emphasise things differently based on our experiences.
Yeah, and we have no idea what OP could have said or done that precipitated some of the reactions.
Absolutely.
And I'm not saying...
Well, I mean, I feel like OP's also opened up and owned it. You know, like, I didn't get the right song. She called me a moron.
Yeah.
I asked for something that I probably shouldn't have asked for. She said that she was better off without me.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to excuse what she's said.
I'm not either.
Yeah, I just think my head is like, oh, I don't know if I could leave you in that state, even if you'd been rude.
I'm with you. I do think it was very not okay for OP to leave. I do think that that's a sign of being a bad boyfriend. If you're there to help and there's no one else, to leave someone in that kind of negative state alone in a house when the mum's not there, I don't think is very kind.
Yeah.
I think like being like, look, I'll help you. I will serve you things, but I request that you don't speak with me if you're going to be speaking very negatively.
Yeah.
I'll bring you the things that you need, but let's have dinner separately. I'm here if you need me, but just don't be a dick.
Yeah, and saying like, if you say things like my cooking is tasting shitty,
I'm not going to cook you
I'm
food.
not going to cook for you. Like that makes me feel bad.
Yeah. I have a badge.
Me too. I just have one tiny little thing to say. I'm coming at it from like 30-year-old married living together partner person.
Right.
And so my head is just like going, you don't leave your partner. It's like if you were rude to me and you were in pain or you were unwell, you don't just storm out the house. That's not an adult way to act. And I get that they're just 18 and they're not living
fresh
together.
out the oven.
But my head is just going like, that is something that you are going to learn. You don't just storm out. You have a bigger conversation. You go to a different room. You say, I'll be here in case there's an emergency, but I'm not putting up with you speaking to me like that.
I do hear you. I'm feeling like this isn't a red flag of a person, but he did a bad thing.
I hear you.
There's a difference between it being like a toxic trait and you making the wrong move in a situation. For me as well, I have to include include it in my mind waiting. The fact that you've come onto a forum and you're like, let me know.
Yeah.
Am I wrong for thinking this?
Yeah.
Am I in the right? Like, I want to learn. And the way that this is phrased is definitely in that way. This is certainly not one of those OPs who's just like, just tell me I'm right, you know?
No, I see it.
Yeah. So I've got my badge.
Me
You got
too.
your badge?
Yeah.
Everybody
Everyone
sucks here. Yeah.
I kind of want to say OP's girlfriend more purely based on this side of the story. And I think it's just that leaving. It was very right to communicate it and even get frustrated back, but just not to storm off. I don't know. It just doesn't sit right with me. I don't think that's how people should behave in a relationship.
I'm with you. It's not how you fix things or make things better. Though at the same time, it's tricky because I also understand learning your boundaries, right? And putting your boundaries in. You don't want to be spoken to that way. You don't have to be spoken to that way. But I do think that if you're going to do something like that and leave someone in a state where they need a duty of care and you've committed to being that duty of care, then it's your responsibility to find someone else to take that position before you leave. Sure. If it was like, I didn't want to be there, so I left having called her mum and to make sure that she had someone at home. Yeah. That would be very different. And it is a grey area. It does get really tricky because, of course, if you're feeling disrespected, you don't want to be in space, no one should feel like they have to be there. Yeah.
I do think it is one of those like tricky situations. It's a bit of a grey area.
But I like these grey areas to discuss them at least. I'm sad that they happen, but it feels good that we can learn from these chats. These are the ones that I take most from, if that makes sense. Yeah. Should we read some comments?
Let's read some comments.
And not the drama.
You sound nice. She sounds mean. I think you might need a new girlfriend.
Oh, of course you're going to say that because you don't know anyone. As I was saying to a friend recently, like, you don't have skin in the game. It's so easy to objectively on paper be like, bye. But come on, she's in pain.
It's not an excuse. It doesn't excuse the behaviour, but it does give an explanation as to where it's coming from and a open, healthy conversation that can happen after to work on it.
For sure. Someone else said, I'm a 33-year-old woman. Periods are so bad that I've had a hysterectomy. I'd never thought of treating someone so bad. Jesus, you're not the drama. Women who use it as an excuse to be abusive are disgusting. I do agree with that.
Yeah, I agree with that.
If you are being abusive, it is disgusting, and you can't use that to be abusive. But I do not think that the OP's list was even encroaching on abusive.
It was rude.
Yeah.
It wasn't nice behaviour. It wasn't okay behaviour. It's not behaviour that OP has to put up with. But I wouldn't categorise that as abusive.
No, and I do think the internet in particular has a real tendency to inflame and to overuse words in ways that they lose meaning. And I do think words like abusive are one of those words. We do need to be careful when we're using that terminology, that it fits the context. This is absolutely not, from what we are being told, this is not an abusive situation. It's just someone having a bad day.
But you're still allowed to be mad at them.
Yeah, for sure. It's not their fault, still their problem.
Yeah.
Someone else said, I'm 25 years old, same story. This is revolting. Pleases and thank yous can slip when you're in pain. Gestures of affection can rub you up the wrong way. But the digs about the food and the way that she's speaking and the pillow princess attitude, nah bro, throw the whole woman away.
Nah bro, throw the whole woman away.
It's interesting though.
Feels like a weird thing to say.
It does. At the same time, I'm seeing the consensus because I agree. Those are the bits that I disagreed with too, that I was like, no, this is stepping a line.
Aside like the pillow princess thing, I think sometimes it's okay for a partner to...
No, to not reciprocate, fine. But to be like, I would have been better anyway. Like, for me, it was like all of those moments where she went above and beyond to be hurtful in ways that from what I would understand would probably cause me more pain too. Yeah. Because it's exerting effort. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like that at that point, you're just being hurtful. Yeah. Someone else said, especially when saying thanks doesn't take more effort than lecturing him how everything is so bad. Exactly that. But I stick with my badge.
Yes. I would say the girlfriend is bigger drama.
Not the drama.
Bro, I'm married and my wife can have some painful days and she can have moments of like, where the F that come from? But she always says she's sorry, she loves me, it's her hormones, I'm doing a good job, she promises, she appreciates me, all of that stuff.
Sure, but she says that when she's out of it, not in the moment. And right now, from OP's point of view, he left when she was still in it. So I don't think it's a fair comparison. Think if OP had turned around and said, and it's been a week, and she's still, like...
speaking to me like that.
What's the word? Like doubling down. Yeah. And being like, well, I shouldn't have to apologise and you didn't do X, Y, Z for me, then you know that's a problem.
And I think regardless, it does warrant a larger conversation about her behaviour and the way she speaks to him. But
now is not that time.
Now is not the time. And if she doesn't say sorry though, when she's feeling better and she's like, I was out of line, I need to work on that so that I don't snap at you so much and I'm not so mean to you, then that is also a problem.
Absolutely.
But we haven't had any information about what she would be like after, and OP has said she's very sweet all the time except on her period.
Usually.
Yes. She's using this carte blanche to be her punching bag, and if you let her get away with it, it will get worse and worse and worse and start to bleed into other areas of the relationship, not just when she's sick part. So proud of myself, I made a good pun. I don't know on the pun.
I was going to ask you, start to bleed into other areas of the relationship. What does carte blanche mean?
I don't know. Hello, is that the prawn? Complete freedom to act as one wishes.
This is little prawn.
Little prawn.
He's big, isn't he?
He's big.
Just been to the vet, haven't you? You were such a good boy. Oi.
For his boosters, he's fine.
He's all good. He's all good. What do you think? Is OP the drama?
I think that it's a fair comment of like, keep an eye out. If this gets worse or starts to not just be in and around when she's not well or on her period, then
it's a problem.
Big red flag. At the minute, it's kind of like orange flag.
It's too early.
But it's too early.
I kind of wish that OP had left it a couple days before making the post, because only then can you make like a fully informed decision.
And I think the problem they're going to have now is OP's so hurt by how things were communicated and that she was so rude and so mean. Girlfriend is going to be so hurt that he left.
Yeah.
That he's going to make communication really difficult, that even if she were to back down, maybe that's not going to happen now. But that is also her problem, because that is something that should be said of like, I'm really sorry for this behaviour. However, I am mad at you for leaving me. I can see why you didn't want to put up with the way I was speaking to you, and that was wrong, but I felt really abandoned in that moment.
Both things can be true.
I think that's fair.
Your girlfriend sounds like an entitled nightmare. Being in pain doesn't give you an excuse to treat people like shit. Not the drama, and stand your ground on that apology, OP. I would also rethink the relationship if she can't see how she was in the wrong here, because it's only going to get worse. Do you know what? I agree with all of this.
Although so many people are saying it will get worse. Not necessarily. It could.
No, but like, I would rethink it if she can't see how she was wrong, because in that point it would get worse. You should stand your ground on that apology. I absolutely feel like you are deserved one. Not now, but when she has recalibrated.
Yeah.
And I do think that it is giving entitlement. Her actions is treating you like shit, and that isn't kind.
The thing is, I agree with a lot of what people are saying, and that's why we gave the badge where OP's girlfriend is also a drama, because it's not okay, it's not excusable. However, I think nobody, and this happens a few times with different stories where there's like a big detail.
People anchor on that one thing, and they're like, but you left.
So all my head thinks is, if you were in pain, not that you've ever treated me like that, like you've told me to like leave you alone and stuff, but nothing like that. But if you were in pain, even if you've pissed me off, and I think you have in the past, like, because I've not been prepared for that kind of bluntness because you're not well, I would never just leave you. I think that's a problem to me, and I don't know how unwell she is. In my head, I'm like, wow, she was really unwell.
Well, so we can only relate it to our experiences, right? Which is what we're doing, and you're thinking about that state that I'm in. I cannot tell you how scared I would be if I was alone, and especially if like she's in the bath, and like my head is thinking she's in a bath and she's asking you to hold her hand. She wants your presence, but not your words. That means that she feels she needs someone there.
She feels too vulnerable.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm with you. I see it. Interesting. I'm really intrigued to know what the peaches say. Get your little fuzzy butts downstairs. Let's have a chat in the comments, but please do remember to be kind. It's totally fine if you don't agree with our badges. Seems like we've gone in a very different direction to a lot of the forum, and that's okay. Don't need to be a dick about it.
It all comes from our personal experience, so we're obviously playing on how we would behave. The final submission is from a Peach on the 1-800-DRAMA subreddit, which you should
Peach.
definitely go check out, because you can submit your own drama and comment on other ones there.
Yes, I love seeing how much other people help each other out. I saw the most beautiful comment. It was on one of the previous podcast episodes. And they were like, you haven't read my story out, but I still just wanted to say a huge thank you to the Peaches. And they were giving an update, like based on the advice that they're given. And
I love it.
It warmed my heart. Let's see if we can help this Peach out.
Am I overreacting for wanting to end a friendship over what my friend did?
I am a woman, and my previous best friend, also a woman, embarrassed me a few days ago, and I haven't been able to look at her the same, says Peach. We've known each other for 5+ years, starting from year 1 of high school and are currently in college. We've been best friends for a long time, and we've been open to each other about our struggles and personal experiences and problems. Recently, in year 4 of high school, after getting into relationships, she slowly began to change from the person that I knew before. I pointed it out to her and she brushed it off. Currently, we're both in relationships and are happy with our partners. I also was introduced to my boyfriend through her, though she isn't allowed to have a boyfriend due to her parents' overprotective nature, whilst I am allowed one.
Right, so the friend is in a secret relationship.
Sure. A few days ago, as well as my other friend and her friend, who I've known for a week, were sitting together at our college yard. We were all chatting and enjoying our time together, and we were talking about our boyfriends and teasing one another. All of a sudden, she cuts me off mid-conversation and says that she has something to tell me, and she doesn't intend to embarrass me by saying it. I do question, especially when things start like that, like, does it need to be said in front of other people?
Yeah, and also especially when you're like, I don't mean to embarrass you, but...
I said, okay, and I listened to her speak. She asked me what deodorant I use daily.
Oh no.
I responded with Dove, but currently I'm using Degree because that's what my mother got me in the supermarket the previous day.
Right. I don't like where this is going.
No, and this is actually really rude. I would put my guard up. Like, having that question asked, I just don't understand, like, why you would do that as well in front of other people if you feel a need to say something.
And stopping conversation. If I'm your bestie, I would know that you wouldn't want other people to be aware of that.
Yeah. It's rude. It's rude and it's pissed me off.
Okay, let's read on.
Afterwards, she told me that that for a while now in high school, she's been getting an unpleasant odor from me that smells like perspiration. She says that it usually happens in the afternoon when I've been in the sun for a long period of time. So she's thought about this. She's science experimented you and tested the variables of where and the weather status.
She's saved up this information.
She also told me that her mother told her about it when I got a car ride from them once, and she's been wanting to tell me for a long time. However, she didn't because she didn't want to hurt my feelings. So why are you doing it now?
In front of people.
After hearing this, I thanked her for telling me, but I was upset that she said it in front of others, especially because one of the persons present was a stranger to me.
Oh, she did this deliberate. That just feels deliberate to me.
And I don't know what she'll do with that information.
No, that's mean.
It is just mean. It's rude.
Yeah.
Why? The only reason that I can think is that this person doesn't understand social skills. Not an excuse for treating people badly. Or she's doing it intentionally. She's trying to hurt you.
Yeah.
The night of that day, I called her and confronted her with anger and frustration for informing me in front of other people.
Yeah.
She began to give excuses and justifications for her actions, which is a regular thing that she does for all of our friendship. She even said that the distant friend wouldn't care about the situation because it has to do with feminine hygiene. I continuously told her that she embarrassed me by saying it in front of her and my close friend, and that the other girl, caring or not, wasn't the point of me being upset. She eventually apologized but exhaled and sighed profusely over the phone. I told her that I didn't feel comfortable talking to her for the next few days, so I wanted some space, and she said okay and ended the call right there and then. So she ended the call, which means that she was pissed off, right?
Yeah.
But she's respecting your need for space. I don't know about this one. Let's read on.
Yeah.
However, she messaged my boyfriend and asked him if we can go on a double date together due to her wanting to go out with her boyfriend and needing an alibi to do so.
Oh, that's why the boyfriend's come
That's
into
where
it.
it comes in. That is rude. That is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I felt so angry when I heard that because she knew that I was still upset. You asked for time. Like, I would not be arranging plans with other people involving you. What are you
behavior.
doing? But only paid attention to her wants and remained selfish as she always does. Today I found out from another friend that she told her the whole situation and phrased it as if she spoke softly and that the other girls didn't hear. Put her in the bin.
The bin.
Put her in the bin. This is the point?
The
No.
phrase I love from you the most that I've taken on board in my life is when people show you who they are, you listen. If she will do this to you once, she will do it again.
Yeah.
If she will not take accountability, she will never.
I do think we need to be
she could
careful.
grow from that.
Right,
But
there
it's
is the
going to be a
opportunity to
long
grow.
process. You're going to have to deal with multiple times of her not taking accountability.
And it's true, as you said, like, you don't need to hang around for that person to grow.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You can choose to, but you don't have to. But there's a difference between allowing someone to grow and being like, not sure if they got that, let's see.
Yeah.
And then them turning around and twisting the situation, saying
Yeah,
other
yeah.
things to other people,
Yeah.
making themselves sound better. Nah, that is not okay.
Lying about situations that happened, very shitty.
Because that, again, it's this idea of going above and beyond. I feel like there's been a thread throughout the stories. That's not someone just not being able to take accountability or being confused and not understanding what they've done wrong. That's someone actively hurting you in a new way.
Yeah.
That's a different thing. And that is a horrible thing to do.
And her lying and misconstruing how it actually happened indicates that she knows it's wrong, but she's still not willing to make good.
And she'd rather throw you in the shit, make you look bad in front of other people than what? Because she didn't even have to tell this person anything.
Yeah.
Nah. And then she's still expecting you to do new things for her relationship? No. Find a new beard, babe. Find a new beard. However, she didn't do that, and all people present heard what she said. In conclusion, I no longer want to be associated with her because of the embarrassing situation, as well as her behaviours across the years of our friendship. So, am I overreacting? I don't think you are, babe. Do you know what it sounds like you're doing? Sounds like you're asserting your boundaries.
Yeah.
It honestly sounds, as I said, I'm really proud of the OPs throughout this post because I just feel like this has been a fantastic example of healthy communication.
Yeah.
You've gone, this is how I feel. I don't like it. I need some time to process. I need some days. That's all fine. It's all so reasonable.
You expressed why you're upset.
Exactly. You didn't passively aggressive. You called her privately, not in front of a group, making a big deal. And you explained, this is not okay. And you need to take accountability. They've not done that.
And she's
they've
gone
done
around,
more shitty things.
Telling people lies. And no, I don't think you're overreacting.
Not at all.
And honestly,
If I were
I'd
in
have
your
done
situation,
the same thing.
I was going to say, I'd have done the exact same thing.
The older I get, the more I am like, I do not have time or patience in my life to deal with people who keep showing me who they are. And then eventually it blows up into like a bigger thing and it will just happen again. And there will be a point. It's very hard to get me to that point. And then I'm just like, no.
It doesn't mean that you should never give someone an opportunity to grow.
No, not at all. It just means you don't don't want to be around for that growth period. And then if they want to come to you and be like, I was a bit of a dick back then, but I really want to prove to you that I have grown and I'm sorry for my past actions. Can we try again? And then it's up to you if you want to give it another go.
For sure. I don't think you're overacting at all though, my love. And I think you should be aware of enforcing your own boundaries, very reasonable boundaries, as an overreaction. Because I think that's something that particularly manipulative people manufacture a lot. They want you to see that as being problematic. They want other people to see you as being problematic in that way. And that is just not a sign of a good person. It's like the age-old rule, right? Treat others how you want to be treated.
Yeah.
Karma is going to eat that bitch up. And you don't need to be there when that happens.
Yeah.
I wish you the best, my love. I'm sorry you had to go through that. I really don't think you're overreacting. Not the drama. Oh my God.
Yeah, but big not the drama. Your ex-friend is a moldy brownie.
Moldy brownie for
Because that is not
sure.
cool. I think the thing that makes it so bad to me is that she was going around telling people lies about how it happened to try and make herself look good.
How did OP find out about that? You found out from another friend. I'm glad that friend told you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it just sounds playground.
Can't be doing with it.
No, I haven't got time. Not a good person. Off you pop.
Bye.
I hope you found that advice useful, Peach. Other Peaches listening to this, please do feel free to give your own advice too downstairs in the comment section or over on the subreddit.
The subreddit.
Oh, drama. Oh, this was a good one.
It was. I enjoyed it and I feel like I learnt some things.
Same. I don't feel like it was like a wholesome one. I think the last one I did left me feeling really good. It was like a bit of a faith and repair in humanity.
Aww.
I'm not feeling that on this, but I'm feeling intellectually upgraded.
I hear you. Yeah. I'm also curious about what other people are going to think about some of our opinions because we weren't always in line with the consensus.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
If you enjoyed this episode, do give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you'd like to see more. If you're listening to this over on a podcast platform like Spotify or Apple Pods, then remember that you can also rate the podcast.
Please do that. It's really helpful. And don't forget to go check out our subreddit of 1-800-DRUMMER.
Yes, and just in case you haven't already, just a little reminder that Jamie is setting up the new channel. So you can go and check out our little online empire downstairs. We've got a couple bubbles of the internet. We've got our terrible gaming channel, Jamie's new channel, which is a very new and interesting direction. Very proud of you.
Thank you.
As well as a podcast and Jamie Dodger.
And go watch Shaaba's music video.
Oh yeah, and if you want to. Happy spooky seasons, my loves. Enjoy the hot chocolates and the fall leaves, and I'll see you next week with another episode. Be kind.
Much love.
Have a great day. Bye.
Bye.
It was a great...
You're taking off your eyeliner.
No, my wing was so fierce. It's your face, bro. It's your face. You're making me laugh.